Hello everyone and welcome to another great Legacy stream here in TG. Today we're playing a new card from Lorwyn, Hexing Squelcher. This card is for 1 and a red. This spell can't be countered, ward pay to life. Spells you control can't be countered, and creatures you control have ward to life. So if your opponent is tapped and you play Squelcher, that means everything that comes after Squelcher is going to resolve. For some reason, this card is a goblin, but on the special art, it seems more like a goat than a goblin. That's some fun. But for the rest, we have a classic JPA show and tell list with one Boseiju, some Veil of Summers, show and tell stock ups, sneak attack, Lotus Petal, 2 Omniscience, and Miracles and Atraxa. Quite the stock list. And then some Carpet of Flowers, Cages, no roads, consigns, and upgrades in the sideboard. No Brothers of Tent. I think just trying to put big creatures into play with sneak attack and show and tell has to work today. If you enjoy my content, hit like and subscribe. Round 1 against Megan, and we have a hand that needs a land to work, but apart from that, that's a payoff. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. I have Fossil Will, I have Veil of Summer, so Mox Diamond. Okay, that's lands. This should be an, in theory, easy matchup. They get Madara back with Loam. Okay, play Boseiju here. Wasteland would be a problem. I would like to draw Ancient Tomb. Do I get Wasteland? I could think I am on lands and don't want to Wasteland me. So they're on the Saga train. I did not stretch Life from the Loam. Stretch Life from the Loam card is weird. So probably letting Sylvan Library resolve. Land, Petal, anything? Land. Okay, I guess we win. They don't have green mana. I'm gonna play Island and Petal and Show and Tell into Omniscience, into Atraxa. Opponent maybe concedes. No. Emrakul, another Atraxa. Emrakul gets revealed and they concede. Yeah. So that's 3 minutes of recording. 1-0. Veil of Summer for sure goes. Boseiju is nice. Upgrade deals with cards, and that's gonna be it. Yeah, Lance is usually an easy matchup. Consign to Memory could be a card I board in. Maybe it's worth. Counters Flutes, and Flutes are strong cards against us. So I'm probably keeping in Consign instead of Stock Up. Stock Up is not that great of a card. So game 2, we have a not very strong hand. Also, this hand is strong, but we will have to expose our volcanic island and for a land Disruptor Flute. So that's probably Disruptor Flute, always a very dangerous card. Sneak attack, ponder, missions, attracts. I'm gonna draw Omniscience, have show and tell mana, and then see if we lose to a land. Grove. Okay, Grove is not Wasteland. That's a interesting Grove. Grove, a small wood of or other group of trees. So I cannot see any group of trees in this image. Worst case, if we have to force, they are taking Fossil Will with Surgical Extraction. So that means they have something. Arboleda, yes. In Spanish it's Arboleda. So Surgical, my Fossil Will. That means they could... So they're crop rotting here for Wasteland. Okay, they're Wastelanding me. Fine, I guess. I'm gonna play Ancient Tomb and pass. So now they're gonna get map for another waste. Okay, yeah, this is a plan for them, but they're also not getting ahead. So now we are in a top deck war where if they don't have Loam, I think I am a favorite. Windswept Heath, not the best land. So do they have Loam? This is a Loam Sylvan Library. Okay, now I'm not a favorite. And now even less. I have a Brainstorm, so Brainstorm of fetch land could be anything. Okay, Torpor Orb. Okay, this counters Atraxa. This is end step Brainstorm. Searching for lands. Sylvan Library, opponent is at 9. They go to 5. Saga triggers. Okay. Stifle! Okay. I did not expect that. That seems like my opponent is playing the new elementals with the version with vibrance and withfulness, and they want to stifle the enter trigger. Okay, that was surprising. Not gonna disagree. I'm gonna pass. Not expect this to happen in the lands matchup. Stifle. They go to 1. Our lightning bolt, kill them. Mox. No pithy needle. This is 5. So I have 2 more turns. Let's see what I draw this turn. Another Traxa. I think now I'm under a lot of pressure and I have to brainstorm. I wanted to give me an extra draw to draw Tomb or something. I have the combo. Pass. So if they have another wasteland or they have maybe I could have played around Ghost Quarter and put sneak attack on top. I guess they have a Pyroblast in hand. I'm pretty sure they have a Pyroblast in hand. But they didn't attack. That was a misclick. Surgical. All or nothing. Flu don't show and tell. Okay, sure. Can't deal with that. Next turn. Meltdown. Pyroblast in 3, 2, 1. We know the next card is another Traxa. Meltdown. The opponent did a ton of stuff against us. Oh, do I want to bring in Veil of Summer? Not that much, to say the truth. Consigns, yeah. We're bringing Hexing Squelcher. Not the best card, but... for game 3. This hand is good. We're missing combo pieces, but we have basics and stuff, so... opponent kept 7. Verdant Catacombs. Okay, I'm gonna play Volk here. Still no hurry. They got a Surveillant. I think I'm gonna brainstorm here. Now they cannot Pyroblast me. Sneak attack or Tomb and Petal, maybe? Tomb and a Braid. And the sneak attack plan. Maybe it's Tomb and Foss. Say Tomb and Foss. Saga. I don't have blue. If they want to crop to stifle me, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna brainstorm again. Emrakul, yeah. Emrakul is fine. Ponder's gonna stay the second. The card I draw. I want to keep all the other ones. They could have crop for Caracas here. They could have flute. I think I'm gonna ponder. I'm afraid of... I have more volcanics. I have 2 volcanics in the deck. I want to play this one. So they call flute. I want to have double Emrakul activation in front of a Caracas flute here. This is what? Sneak attack. Yeah, sure. Elongates. Yeah. They could have another flute. They can filter for blue mana, but I'm gonna cast flute there. And now it's go time. Traxa will not be that bad. Lotus Petal. Sneak attack. Activate sneak attack. Put him in Rakul. Begin combat. They cannot Boseiju and crop. They cannot Caracas. Annihilate 6. The stack, okay. So they will have to come back from Annihilate 6 trigger. Maybe they have a consign. They did have a consign. Okay, yeah. My opponent is playing deep with their deck. So take 15. Go to 4. Rakul dies. Shuffles. I think I will have to consign the Saga trigger here because Pithy Needle. I did not search earlier for Pithy Needle, but I want to risk it this time. Consign your exile. Consign your exile? The problem is consign my exile. Consign my exile. That was a good play. Is there any downside on consign my exile? They have Caracas and Boseiju. Yeah, probably I should have consigned my exile. Yeah, that's right. That was a punt. Yeah, I should have consigned my exile. That's completely true. Hello. Thanks for the follow. Lesbian stage. Now, Brainstorm. Brainstorm is a good card. Yeah, that was a good play, Dario. Pyroblast. Pyroblast. Yeah. They had consign. They could have consigned my consign. We didn't play Pithy Needle. I am not so good at Dark Depths. So we have one more turn of living. Okay. And we die to the stage. Consign my exile. They pyroblasted. Then... okay, yeah. Die to a 2020. Yeah, probably consign my exile was better. I would have an Emrakul and they will need to deal with my sneak attack and make me draw a card. Oh, next turn I had a Traxa. Sad loss. Our opponent went deep with the cool cards. They called them Pyro, they were full tapped. Oh, they replicated consign, yeah, true. They probably should have not. But yeah, they replicate consign. So yeah, that's true. I don't know why you replicate there. In case I have a Pyroblast in hand. That's the only reason. I only had one card in hand, so... Or I had two. I had land and consign. What a force of will. Just to stop the... maybe. Yeah, that was a good play. I have never done this, and I messed it. So we play against lands again. Maybe, probably. Okay, we have a turn 1 Atraxa. But I guess we'll have to do the trick. Okay, that's not lands. Maybe Smallpox. To do the mistake in league is another turn weekend. Probably, if I will play this deck at a turn weekend, I will put up more reps, and that would happen. So, is this a Thoxize bug? How much of a Thoxize bug is this? I'm gonna repeat the animation. So, how much of a crazy draw was this? Atraxa. Go. What's that? So yeah, they're probably on Smallpox. Also will sneak attack, Emrakul, Misty Reinforced, Ponder. Okay, go. I'm gonna discard Toxic Book, Rumble, yeah. Be my guest. Toxic Pithy Needle, Loam, Pithy Needle. I do not care about a strong card Pithy Needle, but I guess this Atraxa is gonna hit you 3 times and win a Volk and stock up for more forces until attack with Atraxa, gain some life, discard sneak attack. If it was not banned, they could get Vexing Bubble here, which would be troublesome. But the good thing is, thanks to lifelink, I'm not in fear of dying to the constructs right now. 2 mana, what's this? Shadow Spear, equip your token as much as you want. Atraxa, I drew Ancient Tombs, so I can put them Emrakul, and they will need 2 things to deal with this. Emrakul, they will play some random lands, yeah. So, I don't know what is there out. I need like Caracas, Thoxys, Smallpox, but that doesn't work with the mana. Okay, yeah, they're playing black, so Veil of Summer is a good card. Raids, Posages, Sneak Attack. I guess you can board out 1 of those. Stock up is cool. Petal, Posadio. Can board out 1, maybe not. I'm gonna board out another Omniscience. I guess this works. We just try to overdraw them and win. We're missing Show and Tell, but for the rest, it's okay. Mortuary, Thoran Orb. Thoran Orb being a card in the year of our Lord 2026. Or Lord Yawmoth. Thoran Orb. Okay, yeah, sure. By you, nothing gets cast, so no hurry for me. Gonna play land here and pass. Again, no hurries. If they cast Bowmaster, I'm gonna search for Island and Brainstorm in response. So this maybe Foss? I can put Flooded Strand on top, but it's Wasteland. I'm gonna search for Island this turn. Does my opponent this? Silver Library? Witherbloom Command. Yeah, sure. They melt over Pithy Needle and get back Verdant. Get player mills. Target nonsense. Gonna fetch. I have a Petal, so I'm not in that much worried about not drawing blue. And Ponderino. Show and Tell time. Good. Don't shuffle. Ding for the Show and Tell. Bowmaster hits me. So I Lotus Petal, Ancient Tomb, Blue Mana, Chantel, Atraxa. I'm gonna say hello, Atraxa. Why is everyone playing Torpor Orb lately? Okay, sure. Why is everyone playing Torpor Orb? Because of the Elementals? But you don't get the trigger. They're not very good with the new Elementals. You get a big creature, but... So, Thoxys, Green, Velosaur Land, they cannot do the damage to me. Is there a reason why Torpor Orb is that much played? Legacy... Soul Spells, Ocelot Pride, they counter 3 cards. Okay, against Boros decks, Death and Taxes. Beanstalk decks, yeah, it's good against the Beanstalk decks, I guess. We're getting Torpor Orb all the time. Life from the Loam, Wasteland, yeah. Got it. That's weird. They'll have a 3-turn clock, and their clock is 0. So they need to draw Smallpox or something like that. I guess okay. Yeah, that's a card. Also will get discarded. Bowmaster and Scalding Tarn, I guess. Opponent, that was mean. That was mean, opponent. I don't have much else. 2 cards. Okay. Brainstorm. I'm gonna play my lands. That if I draw Veil of Summer with Brainstorm, okay. Okay, Torpor Orb is a card. Oof. that Torpor Orb was very strong. Consigned, Torpor Orbs, Veil of Summer, Fossil Will. If Fossil Will seems omniscience. Probably better than stuff. Okay, so let's see. Torpor Orb. Not blue mana, but all the combo. I need to move this. And that's another hand that's the same as everything, but not a blue mana source. Okay, I guess this is something. I'm gonna keep the mana and the stock ups. Stock up is a good card against discard spells. I could get hit by Thoxys into stock up and surgical extraction, but whatever. I'm gonna wasteland, island, Sage of Traitors, stock up. So until they want to wasteland me, I'm fine with that. Yeah, sure. Another wasteland. Another might. So do they have? They cannot have Torpor Orb, and okay, I'm gonna Atraxa them and see whether they have another Torpor Orb. Okay, Hogak. Okay, Hogak is not that strong. Lotus Petal, Veil of Summer, Omniscience, Atraxa, Lotus Petal. I could activate the Boseiju right now. Okay, so Hogak is bigger than Atraxa, but this flies. Ancient Tomb, yeah. Ancient Tomb gets wastelanded. Attack, yeah, that's gonna be a race. Maybe not the race they want to do, but a race. Attack with Atraxa, and I drew another Chantel, so I'm just gonna Chantel. I should probably destroy Might. I'm gonna destroy Might so that they cannot take out my Omniscience. If they put a green source into play, Omniscience, Atraxa, keep Atraxa, Emrakul, Sneak Attack, Veil of Summer. Drop Emrakul for free. So one of Omniscience. Okay, my turn. 1-1. Torpor Orb. I've got hit by Stifle, Torpor Orb, and Consigned to Memory out of Land Bass decks today, which is... On my Metaframe profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. Round 3 against Alberto, probably also streaming, so we have a decent hand. Alberto likes to play attrition decks, so I'm gonna keep this hand with lands and spells. Atraxa, Omniscience, another land, not what Doctor ordered. So Flooded Strand, Foxy's DRC, Tamiyo, yeah, Tamiyo, strong card, but Emrakul, also not the best draw, but we can still do things. Flooded Strand, so what deck plays Tamiyo on draw? Some Riddler deck? Sneak Attack is a good draw, and Flooded Strand. Beanstalk. I'm gonna force that. This card is very strong. Need to draw Brainstorm, but I could draw another mana source. Okay. This looks very bad to me. This looks bad. Still needing... Shronter probably is very, very bad here. I will need Sneak Attack, Tamiyo flips, and another Beanstalk. I need to hit very well. Brainstorm is a start. I could force this. Hope they do not. But I'll put back Lotus Petals, get Volk. Okay, Brainstorm into Brainstorm. Not that bad. Volk, Sneak Attack, Fossil Will. It seems like I need a Fossil Will to do things. I'm gonna fetch here again. I can regrow Brainstorm. Probably I will need 2 cards to feel safe. Brainstorm, yeah. Probably is Veil of Summer blue card. I'm playing Ancient Tomb, that means I can Fossil Will hardcast if needed. I don't think that's gonna happen, but Cracklu. How many contests do I have to beat? Probably at least 2. Tamiyo. They don't make a land drop. Okay. 7 cards. Wistfulness. Okay. They're playing new cards. This card seems so smoked. Like this art. Draw this card. Yeah. 8 cards. They're gonna discard. Another Ancient Tomb. Go. Another Brainstorm would be great. Ilia. I'm not beating that card. If it falls back, I'm gonna concede. I'm not winning this game. Okay, yeah. I'm not winning this game by any means. Like, never, ever, ever. My opponent has 10,000 cards. They can regrow Force. So super dead. Hexing Squelcher seems like a card. Boseiju is fine. Veil of Summer, Lotus Petal, Island can go. Maybe Mountain can go. Mountain seems very weak. Omniscience, Emrakul. We can cut on Emrakul. The card is not that good in this matchup. I guess this is it. I don't know if having Carpet of Flowers against that deck is worth, but I don't have Show and Tell. I will keep this hand with Show and Tell. Maybe I should keep it anyway, but Ponder, Force, stock up, Sneak Attack. Maybe I put down Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack is expensive. I only have one land currently. I want to resolve one spell and end up getting stuck on business spells. Is something that can happen. Emrakul, Sneak Attack, land. Okay, I'm gonna keep those because of the land mainly. Turn 2, turn 3. Tamiyo, yeah. This, I don't think. Yeah, opponent's deck is very strong. You have to wait to have a Hexing Squelcher draw, but against the Leyline Binding deck, they are not boarding out Leyline Binding. So, you can force Leyline Binding. Mio flips, yeah. Tamiyo flips, yeah. Mio plus, Ponder Atraxa, Sneak Attack. Rockle is gonna go for sure. And then, maybe Sneak Attack. I'm gonna Ponder here. They're gonna fetch and Pyroblast this. Just to be able to tell me your Pyroblast back. Belpy is fine with that. Play land. Guess I want to draw the Sneak Attack. Maybe Sneak Attack is so far away. Belpy is again. Okay, so now I don't want to get the Sneak Attack. I want to draw Ancient Tomb or want to get the Ancient Tomb or City of Traitors or Lock Up. That was a draw. So I need to use a hard counter on this. Show and Tell and Omniscience are the cards we choose. And I pass. I would like to draw a blue card to have double force backup. Philia. Yeah. Philia can not blink anything relevant now. I could blink Tamiyo and they will have Tamiyo, but I guess it's better to have a 3 counter Tamiyo. Red. Wistfulness. Yeah. This cannot get blinked. It dies. They could consign it. Leyline Binding goes, so that means they probably have another. They have to have another Leyline Binding in hand. Consign. They have a Leyline Binding in hand, so I guess it's fine. I'm gonna try to resolve Atraxa. Yeah, and Wistfulness comes back. Yeah. Okay. I guess this means go time. I'm gonna play Atraxa. They force. I can force again. If they force again, this resolves. So I'm resolving Atraxa this turn. Okay, so they are forcing again. So I'm still getting Atraxa. No permanence for my opponent. This is Brainstorm, Sneak Attack, Show and Tell. I guess I can Show and Tell again. I can Brainstorm. I'm gonna play lands. That's something. I'm gonna pass. They can attack with Philia and blink my. They could take Tamiyo back. They consign. Yeah, they draw with a clue. They attack into my Atraxa. Carpet of Flowers, something I care about now. Land, so they're gonna blink my Atraxa and consign the trigger when it comes back. Yes, that's a removal spell. I missed on creatures, right? I did not miss on getting it. I will need to hit, so they fetch and they consign for 2. Draw. If I draw a stock up instead of. What happens if I miss on creature but draw a stock up? Okay, I have 1 stock up in the graveyard, so I can Show and Tell Sneak Attack. That's a total of 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could stock up into creature and land. So I think I'm gonna Brainstorm now. Okay, Emrakul 16. 16 is not 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll need to. I'm at 3. 3. So need an Atraxa. I fetch. I cannot Show and Tell or Emrakul. Yeah, Wistfulness attacking for 6. I needed an Atraxa here. Atraxa might have done the job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 an Annihilator. So that means Emrakul does not do it. And Atraxa. If I fetch, I cannot use Ancient Tomb. That's gonna be it. On top, draw and draw 3 Atraxa. Okay, if I fetch and tap this and this, I will have 1 mana for Sneak Attack. I will have to Show and Tell. I see two new cards. 2 new cards against. Yeah, I think seeing new cards is better than not seeing them. Yeah, wrong. Atraxa? Well, sure. Okay, that. Emrakul did nothing here because Annihilate 6 and my opponent being at 16. If they were at 15, I things won't have changed. Obviously, I won't have lethal, but 16 is just enough to survive. Yeah, well played, Alberto. Or against Lysander, and we are on the draw. My opponent is still deciding, so they could put us on the play. As almost never happened. We have show and tell and a lot of mana. I'm gonna mold this. There are better hands like this one. Gonna put stock up back. It's a slow stock up, and we are playing against Smallpox, so Foxys. Yeah, no, it was this matchup. I'm probably going to have get the stock up, so Ponder. Fossil will not the best card in this matchup. It would be not. I don't think it will be very bad to my opponent just to Smallpox me now. Poseidon gets played. Baltimore Cup, so they are making their token land. Okay, oh, that's a combo, I guess. Play another fetch land, go. This makes colorless and then an extra green. Oh, this makes black, sorry. Wrist. I might be cycling my Veil of Summer this turn. Oh, they milled over Springhand Natuko. That's an insect, and that means they get an extra. I might cycle this turn. They could have another Boseiju, but maybe they don't. Cycle this. I cast Brainstorm now. So I could risk it, or I could wait. I think I like risking it, that they have one of the other Boseiju. I have a Foss, I have an Atraxa. So the problem is if I have to force a Thoxys, that means they make an insect. Yeah, they milled over. Play Dryad Arbor, Reclaimer. Okay, that doesn't seem like a Boseiju. Maybe they are doing it after combat. They want even more tokens. This survives an Enrakul. So Atraxa time, sneak attack, big creature, medium big trigger, Enrakul, Fossil Will, stock up, sneak attack, Lotus Petal, land, sneak attack, Emrakul into play. They will get a lot of blockers, but attack Lysander, yeah, attack my opponent. I'm gonna sacrifice half their field, but I'm fine. They play Bowmaster. Can't force this. I'm gonna force this with stock up. 2 cards that they don't have to sacrifice. Those tokens are flying, which is jump blockers. This comes back. Grist is probably Grist called ultimate, but I'm at 11, so not really worried. Triggers up and down. So, okay, 4 creature cards in my opponent's graveyard. Block. I'm stock upping here. Blue card and another creature. Traxa City. I guess it's Traxa City. City could let me recast sneak attack if they draw something. So they have currently 3 power on board. I'm not that worried. Rocker shuffles, attracts another. I should have ordered the triggers out the other way. It doesn't matter that much. Loam, Hatchery, and Dryad Arbor. Yeah, sure. 3 Passing Sim. Left bend 2 attack. Yeah. Sneak attack comes back again. Traxa. I guess I get an Emrakul anyway. Bulk. Emrakul. I cannot sacrifice again, but whatever. Makes that they have to sacrifice a lot of permanents each time. Emrakul. This is gonna survive double Emrakul attack. That's not something that many players can claim to have survived. Now this has less counters. Yeah, they lose 1 life. This makes target. No, it's each opponent. Country into what? Go Loam and sacrifice this, and this takes 4, but I gain 7 lives, so I'm not very afraid of the ultimate of Grist by any means, like Gaia's Cradle. Don't need a lot of stuff, but 1 token is made that has to block Emrakul. Play Volk this turn. Sacrifice Emrakul first. I'm gonna sacrifice Atraxa, there's an Emrakul. Then I'm gonna discard Sneak Attack. I did it this way because now I have all my big creatures with stock up back. H-Coin Deeps and Right, so they're playing some weird Yakmoth deck. Still on Safekeeper, 6 creatures in my opponent's graveyard. Loam up some, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna force that. There are not many other spells I would like to force. Dryad Arbor, 6 permanents, and no more Hatchery. Attack for 3, City of Traitors, stock up, Ponder, Atraxa. Atraxa comes in. Now they don't have anything left. Okay, yeah. On the 3rd attack, we get there. Boseiju, Braids, Sneak Attack, Double Fossil Will. I don't know how deep my opponent is going with their game plan. I haven't seen any Zeniths in the graveyard, so probably they're not playing Zenith. Maybe yes. And I should bring in one cage. Not more than one, but probably Fossil Will is better than cage on average. Fossil Will, Shwanta. Yeah, this hand is decent. We have a Force for a discard spell. We have Ponder, Brainstorm. Opponent is fetching. That means that Thoxis is coming. Not be played Zenith. Okay, yeah, they do play Zenith. Yeah, they also play Dryad Arbor, so Zenith is had to be there. Atraxa. Okay, searching for Lotus Petal or a dual land here. Lotus Petal, land. Okay. So next turn we have, even with a Wasteland, Shwanted into Atraxa. Hope that my opponent don't put Torpor up into play again. Wasteland, yeah. I don't think there can be many things. I'm gonna let it resolve. I know this is gonna loop me forever with the lands, but I'm gonna try get the value out of the Atraxa, and then let's see what happens. Here is my secret. I could put Boseiju into play instead of Atraxa. Bowmaster, yeah, not the strongest card. It puts a token up, which is decent. So, Ancient Tomb, Sneak Attack, Emrakul. I have to discard one card. I don't want to do so. Probably it's just Force of Will, Food. Worst case I Sneak Attack. I can Boseiju to cast the Braid. Something cool to get a Lotus Petal instead of something else. Brainstorm. So I have an Atraxa and you do not. What happens? Toxis. Gonna force this. The forces with me. Now they get still one Safekeeper. Now yeah, Braid does not nothing. Okay, I guess take it as fine. Now they get Cradle. Okay, so I'm gonna try to kill right. They are gonna sacrifice a land, maybe even Dryad Arbor. Take them off some mana, some options. Yeah, sacrifice Dryad Arbor. This grows and gets a Shroud. That can't last forever. Hatchery, okay, this is gonna make tokens sooner or later. Atraxa attacks. Opponent could tap right. They could eat Hatchery. They eat it, they make a token, they eat the token, they get another Hatchery. A slow way, but yeah, that works. Okay, this is a medium loop. Buy things, Sneak Attack, go. I'm happy about Boseiju. 4 mana, Talon Gates. Yeah, they get my Atraxa. I guess they can attack for 5. That puts me on 20. 4 mana, Force of Vigor, Grist. They cannot kill my Atraxa with Grist because they took it down. Okay, now Boseiju. Yeah, that was in my plan. I draw any lands. That means I can Veil of Summer on my opponent's turn. Okay, that works. Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack activates. Emrakul enters. They could Talon Gates my Emrakul. They give protection there. Okay. Now they're eating. Did they eat the insect token? They are getting another Talon. Okay, Echoing Deeps into Talon. Yeah. So that has to take down my Emrakul. That means Emrakul will not die. Opponent has 11. I'm gonna attack Grist because it makes bodies and things. So Emrakul stays. Sneak Attack fails. And now, what will you do about my Emrakul with haste? It still has haste. Will it have haste the next turn? I think there. That's... Oh, this is a small loop. Not like the best loop, but this loops me a bit. I cannot attack. Also will. So combat. Now they eat Talon. Yeah, this comes back. Copies again. That's just time, not forever. Well, that's a nice combo. So they're telling me and Caracas. Okay, Caracas is not like the strongest card here. They want to Caracas something. Caracas only gains them time, but if they have to bounce once upon a time, I cannot counter this. The opponent is doing stuff. That's interesting. Also, we have 78 players here. Magic the Gathering enjoyers. So I'm pretty sure one of you has Amazon Prime and can subscribe. Badgermore Cup, that means that they could activate this twice. I don't have blue. I would love to be able to force this. So now they can do this on... Oh, they did there. Okay. Now they get some mana. Pricing this. Husband that. Yes. And you need double blocker. I promise I will get another Traxa trigger, probably. Or I'm gonna annihilate you. You choose. It's weird that this still has haste. I'm gonna go to combat and see how my opponent interacts with me. They eat that. This triggers again. And now they don't have flying blockers. So they will have to Caracas my attack again. Caracas comes in. So now I gonna sneak attack a Traxa. Trying to find omniscience or something like that. Until Fetchland. Miracle. Next one is Force of Will card. So now I'm going to stock up another Atraxa, Lotus Petal, Atraxa, Lotus Petal. I have 7 cards. I don't need to play a fetch land. This is gonna die. So next turn I have double Emrakul. I am at 29. Weird that this Emrakul still has haste because it gains haste. Doesn't say that haste until end of turn. So they are looping again. Yeah, Talon Gates of Madara. This Maze of Fifth fabric my opponent has assembled. Not bad at all. I'm gonna sneak attack Atraxa again into play. Omniscience, Show and Tell, Emrakul, Yellow Summer, Tropical Island. Okay, so begin combat. Opponent is letting me attack? Yeah, they are just surrendering. They know they have no exit to this. I have 3 extra turns. Caracas is not a great card against Omniscience. 1 card remaining. But says misclick. Yeah, you were dead. Like face up dead. Okay, 2-2 and 1 round remaining. If you're not following me, maybe you should click the follow button here and in YouTube. Stream every day from Monday to Friday. Legacy Modern, a bit of whatever. Hexing Squelcher. We haven't got the chance to use Hexing Squelcher yet. Bit sad. Round 5 against Magric. Not Magic, but Magric. Oh, we don't have any clue what they are playing, but Emrakul is gonna do for sure. Turn to stock up, sneak attack turn 3, Traxa. This hand is solid. It's on the draw. We don't have Force of Will. Could get killed, could get Toxiced and lose, but this hand is classic Venetia Island, so could be a mirror. If they put in, they play Show and Tell. Oof, this seems like combo deck. If they play Show and Tell and we put in Atraxa and they put in Omniscience, I can Boseiju the Omniscience. That's exactly what happens. Oh, that's grand. Tami, okay. Not a mirror. That's a brainstorm. So could be a control deck or could be Stifle Out. Let's get Wizard, Stifle Out. I don't have Surveillance in my deck, so no reason to a dual land. The right call here. Brainstorm. Yeah. I'm gonna take Volk, fetch, and take their time. Volk, Ancient Tomb, Stocky Stock up. Look at the top 5 cards. Put 2 of them into your hand and rest on the bottom. 3, 6. If this gets countered, I'm fine. If this gets forced, this gets dazed, yeah, it's okay. Also negation with Riddler, yeah, deal. Always deal. They don't have Daze in hand, and they could have Force of Will. Clue gets made. Hallowed Fontaine, Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, Hallowed Fontaine, Stoneforge Mystic is a card. I'm gonna brainstorm here. Meteor Sword is destroy something when it enters. So because Omniscient is not gonna work against Meteor Sword, so I guess it's this and this. I play Scalding Tarn and pass. So I will need to go until next turn, sneak attack, and then activate Atraxa. I could get to show and tell Atraxa into play. Meteor Sword. That is very strong. I don't play anymore. Oh, things are gonna happen. Okay, they are bringing in Meteor Sword this turn. Okay, so that means I'm probably still fetching. They don't have a Force in hand. They could have a spell PS. Okay, so my Schwantel becomes a bit better now. I think I still want a land. A dual land, not a... I don't know what I put on top. It's Omniscience and land. I don't know which one is there. They pondered. They are stifling me. I'm getting really stifled. So I had the land on top. Yeah, land on top, go. Okay, still fine. The thing is that the Meteor Sword doesn't put a clock. It's equipped 3, which can happen. So I got stifled twice today. What year are we living in? So I can put Omniscience into play. Wasteland. No. Maybe I have the stifle. Okay, one more turn of living. But it has to be playing Daces for sure. For 4, some clues. Just for killing lands is very strong. Go to 8, fetch land. They're gonna crack some clues. Surveil, okay, surveil. What is coming onto me? Lotus Petals, City of Traitors, City of Ancient Tomb. Okay, now they need... Okay, they flip Camillo. They have 3 cards. Do they have any free interaction? Also, Will is also not a bad card to draw. I guess, having seen what my opponent is up, I just jam. Okay, can I get punished some way? I don't think so. I don't think I'm getting Meteor Sword again. Would be crazy. Atraxa triggers. Emrakul, Veil, Show and Tell, Sneak Attack. Emrakul extra turn. And... yeah, they could have had another counter, and I was dead, but... Next turn I was dead anyway because they will have Tamiyo get Force of Negation back, so I had to jam and pray, which, yeah. Carpet of Flowers, Omniscience, I don't think it's a great card here. Hexing Squelcher, maybe we get them with it. Lotus Petal, Fossil Will, I'm gonna cut Fossil Wills, and one Sneak Attack against the Wasteland Day Stifle deck. I keep 1 Posage, you never know. That's a land. Game 2. I'm gonna keep this against the slowish deck. You have Brainstorm, lands, and things, so I think it's worth land, ponder. Yeah, I'm gonna wait on my Carpet of Flowers a bit. They don't have Tamiyo, so I'm not in a hurry currently. But Island go. I want them to play 2 lands before I play Carpet because they could just fetch for planes, and that would be very bad for me. Show and Tell, great draw. They play different islands, but good taste on them. This is a Portal Island, and they have the Italian island, which no place. It means we are... What's this? Fetching my upkeep. They are afraid of Wasteland. Containment Priest. No Omniscience in the deck. So we will have to win this game on a fair fight. Okay, Carpet of Flowers, so mana will not be an issue anymore. I don't want to get mana, at least not yet. I'm gonna extract mana from the carpet this turn to pay for some spell pieces or stuff. They could Brainstorm, yeah, good taste on Brainstorm. I also like those. I had foil F&M Brainstorms before, but I sold them. Those are a lot of fetch lands. I'll play this here, wait a bit. Not a lot of pressure going. I don't want to get locked by a Stifle, so more mana. Maybe I get to cast Atraxa. That's another Containment Priest. I'm gonna Brainstorm response to failure. Let's see. Hard cast Atraxa time. Show and Tell, Polluted Delta. It screams like hard cast Atraxa moment. Are we hard casting Atraxa? Seems like it. It's very sexy. Black, white, green, blue. Just I want to bait some counters on. Today I'm gonna blink Carpet. Yeah, sure. You're gonna consign my Carpet? But so yes, blue stock up and another Atraxa. We have 3, 6, 7. I called Atraxa now. I'm just gonna keep stock upping. Hexing Squelcher and Veil of Summer. Yes, are the 2 cards I want. In order. That's gonna be... Gonna be a cool screenshot. 6 cards for my opponent. One more day, the Patience games. They blink my carpets. Sure. 9. Tamiyo. Yeah. I need to get white and black. Maybe they stifle this now? Or stifle this. Yes. Ancient Tomb. Red and black. Hexing Squelcher. Can't be countered. It can be swords. But Lotus Petal. More Lotus Petals. Green. Blue. Atraxa. Atraxa resolves. I could get a trigger. Okay, I'm gonna get a Braid. Hexing Squelcher. Sneak Attack. Volcanic Island. Show and Tell. Okay, this is not legendary. SI for and cast a Braid. Deals 3 damage to target creature. Braid on. I don't have another Philia, but I have another Braid ready. So okay, Ward pay to life, Ward pay to life, another Philia. That's okay. Kill the other Philia. Yeah, go. Until Emrakul goes to the graveyard, I cannot Stoneforge Mystic, sure. Stoneforge Mystic resolves, and they get the sword. Okay, no mana. No mana yet. Gonna attack with Atraxa. I'm gonna get white and black, blue, green, Atraxa. Just more Atraxa triggers. Miracle, Ponder, Brainstorm, City of Traitors, 10 cards. So this gets played. Another Hex, a Squelcher. I'm not gonna Ponder now. I have 8 cards. So just gonna discard Miracle and shuffle back upgrades and stuff. I will need to pay 4 life to kill my Atraxa. Double ward. Double ward is a lot of ward. Okay, Meteor Sword. Pay 4, please. Ward. Ward again. Carpet of Flowers is a strong card. Yeah. More ward. How many counters has my opponent in hand? All the counters of the world, right? The big issue here is I'm gonna attack them with my Squelchers and they will start having trouble. Maybe they have to stifle this Atraxa. Go to 1 to keep back. Troublade. I can just win this turn. Okay, so red and then more red. Play Sneak Attack. Gonna play Seat of Traitors. Upgrade the Containment Priest. No contest for you. Activate Sneak Attack. Atraxa. Trigger. Emrakul. Containment Priest. No problem. Just hardcast Atraxa one after another. 3-0. 3-2, sorry, with the deck. With a 3 Carpet of Flowers. Hexing Squelcher probably did a lot of these games. There's an issue with Hexing Squelcher, Gadoctic, Chalice of the Void. Those kinds of cards, you never get to see how much damage it's doing if you don't play discard spells or so. Maybe my opponent had 5 counters in hand. Maybe they had none. But those cards usually can create this illusion of doing nothing. But I'm pretty sure it did a lot. Starting with, make them lose 4 life to destroy my Atraxa with the sword due to the ward. For the rest, it's good. I missed having a Surveillant there. I guess that with Osage in the main deck, it's hard to fit it. But yeah, I don't know if Osage is really worth. The rest of the cards were quite strong. And the sideboard is probably also decent. So yeah, GPA does good decks. So that's gonna be it for today. Thanks for all the subs, especially to the ones I can see. Thama de Thama and Caballe. And see you next Monday.